Hey everybody, this is Izzy. I'm going to show you guys how to make animated starseed shapes. I'm actually going to have one shape with two animations. First thing I'm going to do is make my screen large, and I'm going to rotate it here so I can rotate my canvas to get a better view of what's going on. Roll my middle mouse button to zoom in here quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to make a box and cylinder shape. Um, Pretty simple. Here's the box. Here's the cylinder. I'm going to line that cylinder into that box on an XYZ axis, which basically puts it dead center, and I'm going to move it up on a Z axis, which makes it come up to the top here. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put down two sequences. So I'm going to my helpers tab here, sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 1 and sequence 2 is down. Alrighty, now what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go to my controllers tab here where it says IK controllers, and you'll see bind. uh, I'm got two sequences and two shapes, so I'm going to bind my first shape to my sequence here, and I'm going to unselect this. Okay, then I'm going to select my next shape, and I'm going to bind it to my sequence here. Okay, now the sequences in starsiege just let starsiege know that these shapes do animate. Now the next thing you want to do after you apply your shapes to your sequences is apply an IK controller. Just go ahead and click these two right here, hit apply IK. Alright, now that you have two shapes bound to two sequences and you've applied your IK controller, when you animate these shapes they will show up in starsiege. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and just actually, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slide it to 100, hit animate. I'm going to rotate this like that, and then what I'm going to do with this particular cylinder is I am going to actually just push it down into here. So in starsiege this shape will do this particular functioning. Okay, that's enough. So now I need to do a few things with the hierarchy. Um, but before I do the hierarchy, I need to show one important thing, and this must be done or it will not work in starsiege. These sequences have no keys, which means they have no. The keys is what tells starsiege that basically these have tracks that run in the game. So you have to open up this right here. It looks like two boxes. Go down here, it's your track view, and select your sequences. Here's another one. Okay, go down here to cell frame rate and add keys. It looks like a rabbit's foot up here. Just go ahead and add you some keys in here and make it visible in starsiege. Uh, Go to sequence 2, same thing, cell frame rate, add you some keys. Depending on where you put the keys is where the animations happen at. Let's see here, transform. Um, that'll be fine. You don't have to add a visibility track to your particular objects unless you. I'm gonna go ahead and do it though. Box 1, click the eyeballs, cylinder 1. So I just added visibility tracks to those. Um, so next what I want to do is just go ahead and create my bounding box, my collision box. Collision isn't really a box, it's more or less just a little pyramid that goes inside of the object, which I made just a little pyramid right here. I'm going to stick inside of the object on an X, Y, and Z axis, and I'm going to call it COLL0, which is my collision box. I'm going to clone that one time and call it base A1 because I need a base to bound these shapes to because they have no form once you bind them to a sequence. So I have base A1. Okay, now what I need to do is hold down my control key and select box 1, cylinder, hit select, link those to my base, link. Okay, Now I need something to put under my collision box, so I need to go over to here and select box and cylinder once again, edit, clone, OK. I don't even have to go back because I just cloned those. I know they're selected, so I can hit this, boom, attach those to the collision box and hit link. Now watch what happens. I know I'm going fast, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it too. Boom. Okay, my base A1 has those under it. My collision has those under it. Your collision won't have any type of actual detailed map on it. It'll just be grayscale, like 125, 125 in the material editor. And that's for a different time, material editor. But here's the bounding box that you got to have around it. Go ahead and put a bounding box around it. Go ahead and export it into the game, and it will work in starsiege. You'll see both animations animating. um, I'm still unclear about having one animation go at one time, but I know that once you get in the mission editor, you can actually turn one of these animations off if you'd like. And that is how you make animated shapes in starsiege.